All right.
Okay, so there's always something going on in the sports world. That's why we've hired some great minds to track it all down for us.
That's right. Cody is standing by with the CBS13 Sports Department to talk about the latest headlines.
That's right. I actually have a CBS13 Sports shirt now.
Part of the
so I
team.
feel like I'm part of the team.
You are part of the team.
You can always use a little bit
3
more.
3/4.
If you, I did set myself up for that.
Yes.
We got Marshall, we got Joe, we got my buddy Sarah. Thank you guys for coming in this morning. There's been a lot of sports news, so we wanted people to actually be able to talk about it. You know, it made sense. So besides us, because we don't know what we're doing.
I don't know if it'll actually make sense, but we'll try to like, walk you through it.
All right. So let's go first. New Kings coach.
That's
we
the
got
big
Luke
news.
Walton.
Yeah,
that's
Luke Walton.
Huge.
It's a big deal because the Kings had their best season in 13 years, and then they fired the coach.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, what is going on? They look like they're moving in the right direction, but like Divox, the entire time he's got Luke Walton's number on speed dial. Like I'm just waiting, waiting for an opportunity. So he gets fired like a day later, and everything works out.
Yeah, I thought that was. I had like at first. I had a Mike Malone kind of pit in my stomach.
Fair.
We've been through this.
Fair.
We've been through this before. But then after he explained it, I thought.
I likened it to when you see a lot of Major League Baseball teams. They'll have their manager when they're trying to build the team. Then when they feel like it's time to win, they go get that championship coach. So I think that Kings fans should look at this as a positive. This is the championship coach coming in.
You in, Sarah? You in?
Yeah, I'm in. I mean, I don't know if Dave Yeager was ever really Vlade's guy.
Yeah.
So I think, this is it for Divox. He better be right with this
I feel
one,
better.
right?
Thank you.
Clearly, Divox, if he had the opportunity, he would have hired Luke Walton instead of Dave Yeager the first time.
True. That's true. I feel like that's the one he wanted to pull the trigger on. But
They will sink or swim together. Contracts aligning.
if I had power, I would make my own decision, so that makes sense to me. Okay, so you asked our producers to find some video of the Kings playing defense this season, so you could talk about the defense. It took them 3 days. 3 days to find. Yeah.
Because here's the deal. Luke Walton can come in and he can be a great coach, but if he doesn't get them to play defense, it's not going to matter. That is the thing that's standing between them and a playoff spot right now is the ability to play defense and execute down the stretch when the game is on the line in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can't average 127 points a game and give up 130. It's just not a winning recipe. I've never been one for math, but that doesn't add up for me. And if this team's going to take that next step, like Marshall said, Coach Yeager said it a bunch last year. They got to stop straight line drives, just letting guys go to the rim,
stand in the way.
opening up the lane.
I feel like I could do that. I could stand in the way.
But-
that would be my
And they would jump over you, but yes.
it could just be like a
no doubt the next step in the
Now,
maturation.
I've seen Sarah play. You've played, basketball on the Xbox, and there's not a lot of
played in
defense
college
there.
now.
I played a little bit more on the Xbox, but I'll take that.
But you don't play any defense on the Xbox. I've seen
Yeah.
you play the Xbox, and I feel like we just keep scoring. We don't have to worry about defense.
You don't have to worry about defense when you're scoring like we score.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but we got Harrison Barnes now for the Kings. I think that he's a good example of somebody whose really heart is in it and also is playing defense well. Luke Walton, that was a big part of his presser, saying that they have to change that around. And the good news is these guys are developing. We see them getting better each and every game throughout the season. Yeah. So I think that that's going to be the main focus going into next season, and I see them being able to.
I think you all three are wrong. 180. If we can score 180,
180 points.
You don't have to worry about defense.
Not mentality, not skill.
No.
180 is the number.
180 is
First
the number,
one to
and then you don't have to worry
180
about it.
Next up, the NFL draft is about to happen.
Yeah. Not
you
only
guys
is it
excited?
happening, but one Sarah Hodges will actually be
Yeah,
there.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Suddenly, we have a budget to go places. This is kind of incredible.
We finagled some
Yeah.
things.
It's a relative term.
We're,
okay.
we're also finessers. That's what we do.
finesse.
So, yeah, we finessed our way to Nashville, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jonah
Nice.
Williams, Folsom grad, expected to be going in the top 10. I'll be there meeting up with him, seeing his family. Jonah Williams played for Alabama. You're familiar.
I am familiar.
With the SEC.
The other side of that rivalry.
Exactly. Started as a true freshman, played in almost every single game there at Alabama. Has just been developing better and better each and every season.
Yeah.
He's a technical guy, but coming out of the draft, he wants to show everybody that he's more than that.
And let us know if anybody out there is going to the draft.
Absolutely.
Because
Yes,
Sarah
please
wants to
do.
hook up and hang out.
Any 49ers fans, any Raiders fans that will be there.
She's
link
trying to do
up
stories with
me.
local people who are
Exactly.
trying to see the. see the
We know you
draft.
crazies are going to be there.
They got
so.
time. They're both in the top 5 in terms of drafting because they both got 4 wins last year. So it'll be interesting to see who they take with their top picks.
Yeah, that's true. We just had the NCAA tournament. I had the glorious chance to actually watch the game with Sarah
Yes.
Yes.
in the sports department.
Oh, that-
Here's my favorite photograph. of you praying.
Yeah, that's how it went.
Nail biting, praying. It all happens
Oh
in the
my
sports
goodness.
department. There's been tears. There's been laughter. It's and we have just slightly more space than this. How we're sitting
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
So it's a
basically.
good thing.
tough.
I'm a big Auburn guy and stuff, and I was very into the game and everything, but I learned some new curse words from Sarah. So that was nice. That was really nice.
Trying to expand your vocabulary.
Yeah, exactly.
Teach a man to fish.
Two more things real quick. NFL season starting up. Raiders. Our first game is, I think we have like a full screen. I can't remember what the date is or who they're playing.
Raiders start with Denver. They end with Denver.
Oh,
and it's
do they
Monday
really?
Night Football to start.
Oh, that's
That'll be
nice.
fun in week 1, and you see how they end. They also have some
Okay.
other big games. London is
they
a big
have?
one.
Week 5, is it?
Joe's team, the Chicago Bears. They travel across the way to see Khalil Mack for the first time. And then, you look at the fact that really it's one of those things where we know they're going to be better with Antonio Brown, but how much better? Don't know.
And, as part of the sports team, if you need me to go to London for that game, I will cover it for you.
If
Like
you
we
listen
said, relative, the budget.
Finesse.
Cardi B,
really have to
Bruno
finesse
Mars,
your
put
way.
that on your soundtrack.
Yeah.
Finesse.
You got it.
Exactly.
Sports Sunday, I'm telling you, this is my favorite local show. You guys went from not having a sports department to having the best sports department. And this show, I'm telling you, is fantastic. I watch it every week. Sports Sunday, what time is it going to be on this week?
11:30 every Sunday, unless something really crazy would happen beforehand that pushes back.
The sky falls.
11:30.
Tornadoes.
Every
happened.
Sunday.
It has happened a couple times. Yeah, make sure you tune into that. Now, we're going to play a game out back. You lost a bet. You did? And you got to pay up today.
So the thing is, Luke
He didn't lose a bet. I won a bet.
but here
I'll let you go.
Luke Walton. I thought he and LeBron could guide the Lakers to the playoffs. Just a top 8 spot in
Yeah,
the West.
that's
Did
it.
not happen. I told Joe it was going to happen. Joe said, "Okay, if it doesn't happen, you got to push that sled." I was like, "Really? Okay." And if they do make it, you got to push the sled.
Okay.
The Lakers finished below the Kings, and we know the Kings did not make the playoffs. So
Somebody's
I'm
pushing
pushing
a
a sled.
You thought.
Stick around for
All right, Joe, you're right. You're right, Joe. Joe's
I
right.
don't have some sunscreen because I'm just
You
going to
guys,
lay out
we got to
back
go
there
until
while
you
we-
talk Sunday night. We'll do the thing. All right, back to you.
Love the passion there. Wow.